All right, everyone's been asking for an update on what happened with the police video, so I'm going to give you a quick one, as quick as I can. I've tried to film this multiple times on the GoPro, and it just hasn't worked. So, I'll just say, the video is that long because the only reason I made it that long was to show that I made no attempt to run from the officer or avoid him in any way. I didn't even know he was there. That's why the video is that long. Even if I did do another traffic offense, it doesn't give him a right to rip me off the motorcycle, damage my property, and injure me. The only thing I did before that was speed a little bit, and they didn't have radar, so I don't understand how Anyways, so after I was thrown to the ground and manhandled, I told the police officer that I had a GoPro on my chin. As soon as I said that, they were saying it went from going to jail to ticket, and we're taking the cuffs off. We're going to sit down and talk about this, is what they've said. I immediately started telling them, you guys went way too far. I have a legal license plate on the back of the bike. The bike's registered, insured. I'm fully licensed. They just said, we know. So all of it was unnecessary, every single part of it. So
I wasn't fighting you, man.
But you have to understand,
and you're like shoving my head into the ground and shit.
Nope,
like,
I was trying to get you onto your stomach.
Can you stand that up, please?
Yeah.
I don't know who you
I
are.
don't. I drove a bit aggressively and I got like beaten to the ground.
No.
I have it on video. Take the camera, please.
Yeah.
in Ontario, you have to deal with LECA, which is the Law Enforcement Complaints Agency. They're an inept, moronic agency, just like the Guelph Police, which is an incredibly corrupt police force. I'll show you this. And furthermore, the officer that tackled me to the ground's wife was charged with drunk driving a couple years ago and is still on the police force now. The officer that you saw in that video beating that handcuffed 17-year-old, he is also still on the police force and was never fired, never charged with anything. So as you can see, it's a very corrupt police force. Eventually, LECA, the Law Enforcement Complaints Agency, contacted me back and said, we're going to pick up your thing, because your complaint, because there's enough facts here to justify what you're saying. So they picked up the complaint. I called Guelph Police because Guelph Police investigates their own. That's how it works. Guelph Police, the department that's going to be involved in investigating the officer, told me I'm not going to get a fair trial. I'm not going to get a fair investigation by any means. He literally said that in a roundabout way, that it's not going to be a fair investigation by any means. Then a week later, LECA called me and said, you still have a traffic ticket regarding this, so they're going to disregard the investigation about the officer, and they're going to I can reapply for that complaint against the officer after my traffic ticket is taken care of. So before that, I flew back from the US, which I was working in the States, for the traffic court appointment. I get to the traffic court appointment. They say you're not on the docket. I get them to look up my name. They say you don't have any traffic court tickets. So I'm thinking, okay, they've dismissed the ticket because it was unjust. Then I get a call from the same police force that's going to be investigating the cop, and he tells me, oh no, you still have a court date. It's this date. And I said, that's ridiculous. I paid for I flew back from Texas for work to deal with this. So then I had another court date. I went, they moved it. The Crown or prosecutor called me. He offered me careless driving instead of the stunt driving. I didn't take it, so we're going to court over that. I'm hiring a lawyer. I've spoken with a couple. I think I know which one I'm going to hire to fight, to sue the police. You have 2 years to initiate that lawsuit, so I'm not in a huge rush, but I do want to have it initialized by the end of the year, definitely. So that's kind of an update what's going on. I'm fighting the traffic ticket and I'm suing the police, and LECA, Law Enforcement Complaints Agency, gave me one other option, which is taking it to the Supreme Court of Canada, which, yeah, I don't know, but I will be doing that as well. I spoke with multiple police officers that I know as through friends of friends, family, friend members. They're all saying like it's an easy win case. He had no authority to A, use force, B, it was a traffic infraction, 3, your motorcycle, your hands were off the handlebars, you weren't making any attempt to escape at all, 4 or 5, whatever, he never announced that he was a police officer once. He's not a plainclothes police officer, and he was in an completely unmarked vehicle. So that's also a big negative for him. Never once used sirens, lights, or announced that he was a police officer. So a lawsuit will be taking place, and I will be winning my traffic court ticket, but that won't be happening until December. And I just really wanted to get this video out, as I've tried to film it multiple times on the GoPro and it just hasn't gone the way I wanted it to. I want to get back to making riding videos. I've privated like 75% of my videos, my best, most entertaining videos, just because of this nonsense and what I'm going through. But I appreciate every single one of you subscribing, especially, you know, supporting in the comments in that video. Like, the officer has a history of doing this. The police force has a history of doing this. I'm just trying to do what's just. And in all my interviews, I've said, like, with the police forces, different police forces, like, I don't wish he like dies or his wife leaves him or he's unsuccessful and broke and goes homeless. He should not be in a position of power, period. The guy's unhinged at best. So yeah, that's a quick update. There will be another update, but I want to get back to making fun videos, like fun riding videos and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be getting back to, and I appreciate every single one of you again. I promise good, entertaining content is coming, and definitely updates regarding the police. December, I will have an update video for you guys, and it will be a big one, so stay tuned, and I appreciate every one of you, like I said.